Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host Kathleen Egaltoto, Madam CS, and this is The Striker. Stay tuned and have it raw and real. The Striker, today we're looking at Kenya's top stories. And the first story, actually, it is how the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua decided to drop a bombshell on President Ruto and explain actually why they fell out, and he also decided to lecture President Ruto and validate Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's statement in 2022 about the character and the behavior of President Ruto, that actually makes him not a viable candidate that people can be able to vote for him. And number two, it is the massive way that actually Rigathi Gachagua was welcomed. You know, the way he was welcomed in Murang'a County, the way people were very happy singing him. You know, it sent a message. Whether it was to Ruto, whether it was to the Kenya Kwanza government, it doesn't matter. But the truth of the matter is actually how Rigathi Gachagua was received in Murang'a County sent a very serious message concerning the feeding of the mountain, concerning the direction of 2027 political affording behavior, and perhaps concerning the popularity of the Kenya Kwanza government in the mountain. Story number 3, it is actually about something I read today in the morning in NTV's social media page. They had said that the Chingororo movement or the Chingororo vigilante among the Abagusi, that is Nyamira and the Kisii counties, is re-emerging. And I asked myself, is it actually re-emerging, or somebody is just making it look like it is re-emerging to block, you know, or to use it against some, you know, somebody's presidential bid, etc. So before we dive into these particular stories, if you are new to this particular channel, welcome home, karibu nyumbani. Kindly subscribe, like, share and comment on this particular video, and more importantly, turn on the notification bell so that the next time actually we are uploading a video, YouTube will automatically notify you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. Wewe ni wa maana sana. Remember to like, share and comment our videos, and also tell us on the next theme that you will want us actually to analyze. Now on to our first story. Over the weekend, Rigathi Gachagua attended a church, I think in Murang'a, and they used that particular opportunity to speak or to break the silence after being quiet for a long time since his impeachment. And actually, ever since Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, we have not seen him talk much about Kenyan politics, leave alone even commenting anything on the social media, apart from the time when he has come out actually to say that unmarked cars are always following him and doing surveillance in his Nairobi home. But yesterday, the candid Rigathi Gachagua decided to be the truthful man, and they decided, number 1, to lecture Ruto, and number 2, to tell people why actually they fell out with Ruto, and number 3, tell the people about his political plans as from next year. Now, about lecturing Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua decided actually to validate a statement that President Uhuru Kenyatta made somewhere in 2022 that actually had worked with Ruto and they knew him, and that's why he didn't want to support him for the presidential bid. So Rigathi Gachagua comes and tells us that when President Ruto approached the people of the mountain, he approached them without them knowing him, and he approached them using the Bible, but now they have known the kind of person he is. Next time he's approaching them, actually they know how to handle him. So literally what Rigathi Gachagua is doing is to tell the people of the mountain that actually Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was right. Ruto is not a good person, and even if he comes with this Bible thing, this is all fake. He's not preaching what actually is. He's not drinking what he's preaching. So that's my first take on that. And number 2 actually is about Rigathi Gachagua now deciding to, you know, to lecture the president and tell the people why they fell out. And he was saying he fell out with President Ruto because he was against the exploitative economic policies that the Kenya Kwanza government was passing. Whether that is true or not, I don't know. You understand? Because the things actually Rigathi Gachagua is saying are the things that Kenyans don't like about the Kenya Kwanza government. As to whether Rigathi Gachagua has decided to take these grievances and they look like a darling among the people, I cannot actually assume it. Or I cannot just lure it out. But the thing is, it decided now to stand firm and start talking against the Kenya Kwanza government, and how the reason as to why they hated him is because he was standing with the common citizen. And that is a plus for Rigathi Gachagua from the people, because they will just also you were impeached because you were fighting for us, and you know what, his popularity goes up. So in as much as it may be true or it may be false, for him that popularity card continues to grow. And then you realize that actually Rigathi Gachagua also said that now he's planning, he will tell people about his next political move. From where I stand, an impeached deputy president under the Constitution of Kenya, that is chapter 6, is not likely to be cleared to fight for any political position maybe in the next 10 years, unless maybe the courts of Kenya reparates him. But if that is the case, like the courts do not reparate him, the probability that I have in mind is that Rigathi Gachagua is likely to join other forces who are against President Ruto and actually form a coalition, and they will campaign purely behind anybody who is against President Ruto, so that President Ruto do not become a president in 2027. So basically this tells us every day, every time, the popularity of the Kenya Kwanza government in the mountain is going down. And this one takes me to the second story. It's about how Rigathi Gachagua was welcomed in Murang'a County. I told you in my previous video how DP Kindiki's his speech was rejected, and how Moses Kula was also heckled and he could not complete addressing the mourners during the period of Maki Wainaina, the MCA in Murang'a County. But when Rigathi Gachagua went, there was a festival, I think, in Murang'a, and the people received Rigathi Gachagua like the deputy president. That was merciful. That was love. And in as much as we may want to say that Rigathi Gachagua's popularity is only in the mountain, that popularity of Rigathi Gachagua in the mountain will be used so well to take Ruto home very early in the morning. I heard some people saying that if Rigathi Gachagua thinks he's popular, let him go and address a crowd. Sorry, I have some flu outside the mountain. But the truth of the matter is, if Rigathi Gachagua gains popularity in the mountain, it means Ruto is losing popularity in the mountain. And that one goes without saying that it will affect directly how the voting behavior of Mount Kenya will be in 2027, and whether or not Mount Kenya is going to vote in for Ruto. So people said that actually the mountain is silent. They even don't care about Rigathi Gachagua. I don't think that the mountain is silent. The silence of the mountain spoke volumes. They felt betrayed. They had lost trust in the government. They felt that one of theirs had been humiliated, and their recent political behavior, the heckling, the shouting, and the reception of Rigathi Gachagua indicates that actually they are in love and they will support one of their own. To the next story, that's about the story I read today in the morning concerning Chingororo movement, or the Chingororo Fichirante re-emerging among the Abagusi. I read that and asked myself, is it that actually Chingororo is re-emerging, or actually somebody is trying to, to use it as a propaganda, perhaps against Fred Matiang'i, so that it is not cleared to run for presidency in 2027. I am against militias and vigilantes in this particular country, and honestly, from where I stand, the current political situation in the country is almost becoming like that of 2005 to 2007, and I would not want a re-emergency of any vigilante, Koriti Mungiki, Gaza, Chingororo, the Karenchin and the Masai Morans, etc. I would not want. But I asked myself, somewhere in 2022, if not in 2021, there's a time actually news were that while addressing a group of Gusii residents in Kisii town, Matiang'i had said that he is an Nkororo himself. While what is spoke in that particular context was not like he's supporting Chinkororo, it went very viral. Actually, people saying that the Ministry of Interior is even saying that he's an Nkororo himself, yet Chinkororo, it's an illegal group that is banned under the Prevention of Organized Crime Act 2010. Now that Matiang'i again has announced for his presidential bid, the first thing we saw, there is a case that has been filed against him in court. The next thing we see that Chinkororo is re-emerging. What are your thoughts actually, Wananchi? Can I get your opinion in the comment section below? Do you think actually it is Chinkororo that is re-emerging or not? And to the final story, Okiya Omtatah has announced his presidential bid. He has set up you know, a commission or a committee to investigate for him and give him information. And I see the internet is gaga about Okiya Omtatah. The other day it was gaga about Matiang'i. The other day it was gaga about Babu Owino. Now my question is, from where you stand, my dear viewers, who do you think actually stands as the right person who can actually remove, you know, Ruto from presidency in 2027? I also need your opinions in the comment section below, and let me know, what do you think the opposition can do actually to bring together their efforts and you know, beat President Ruto, if at all they want to do so in 2027. Otherwise, it's a bye from me. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment on our videos. See you next time with another interesting video.